What's going on, guys? Bit of a different video today. I figured I'd do like kind of a sit down talk with you guys. I've seen a lot of videos going around on YouTube about advice for other people, or specifically for seniors, people that just graduated, saying, oh, this is my advice to you as a senior. The things I'm going to say are kind of just my opinion and the way that I feel about things. Feel free to completely disagree with everything that I say. We all have a right to our own opinion, and we can voice it how we feel. If you are agreeing with this stuff, then great. And if I help you in some sort of way, that's really my goal of this video, is just to help one person. I don't care if it gets 10,000 views, which would be crazy for me, but if just one person got something out of this video that could help them or kind of point them in the right direction, that's my main goal. And so to kind of jump right into it, seniors in high school, don't stress. Don't stress over stuff. The time will fly by. And you don't have to have your life figured out. To sum it up, you don't have to have your life figured out. Everyone's going to press you and say, you need to apply to these colleges, and then by this deadline, we need to know where you're going so we can announce it to everybody at your graduation. You don't have to have everything figured out by that date. That's a date that the school sets because they want to tell people where you're going to school, if you're going to school. That brings me to my next point. Should you be going to college? Should you be going to school afterwards? It's up to you. It's not up to your parents. It's not up to your teachers at school. It's up to you. Now, let me back that by saying, I'm not telling you just to sit around and do nothing. If you are going to college, make sure it's worth it for something specific. A lot of people go to college because they don't know what they want to do yet. It's not common for somebody our age or 17, 18, 19, 20, whatever, to know exactly what they want to do for the rest of their life at that age. When you're young, you should be doing high risk exploring, is what I would call it. Try different things. If something sparks some bit of life into you, just whatever it may be, at a specific time, you hang out with this guy and he does this and you're like, that could be interesting. Try it out. Do it. Try it out. See what happens. The worst that can happen is you decide you don't like it anymore and you go try something else. But if you don't try it out, in 10 years, when you're like, man, maybe if I tried that, it could have been something, you don't know. It's just, you don't want to live with that regret. So when you're young, try things. Do things that you want to do because you want to do them. Now, that's not cocaine or heroin. I don't recommend that to anybody, to be honest. I don't think that's a good idea or a good use of your time, money, energy, efforts, all of that. But when it comes to trying things that you think you might enjoy as a career path, that's when I think you should just go out and do it. Just go try it. See what happens. If you love it, you love it. If you hate it, at least you know you hate it, and you're not wondering, I wonder if I'd like it. I wonder if I wouldn't. It's a certain, okay, I don't like that anymore. I do like this. I don't like that. That sort of dynamic. And again, this applies to everybody. I mean, if you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, college is required. College is mandatory. But for most other things, sales, marketing, influencer, all those different, the hot jobs of 2019, you don't need a college degree for any of that. You don't. So some people they'll go to college to party for 4 years and hang out while other people say, no, you know what, for these next 4 years, I'm going to buckle down while all my friends are in college and I'm going to work towards what I want to do and what I want to become. And when these people graduate in 4 years, they're going to be where I was 4 years ago because they decided to take that route when I buckled down and said, no, this is what I want to do. I don't need to waste that time. I'm going to go straight to work and do what I want to do. And a lot of parents will tell you, there's a lot of people out there, because I did not go to college after I graduated in 2016 from high school. I didn't go to college. I was one of the few, if not the only person from my graduating class that decided not to go to college after graduation. Obviously, parents will have some influence and they'll push you one direction, or they might not. But a lot of people I know, that's kind of how their parents are. You have to go to college. No, he's going to college. I had people looking at me when I said I wasn't going to college, and they were like, what are you going to do with your life? Are you for real? Are you serious? Like, and people would go to my parents and ask them the same thing. Like, you're not making him go to school. You're not making him go to college. You're not making. And my parents were so supportive. And like I said, I'm so grateful for that. They basically told him, if he doesn't want to go to college, he doesn't have to go to college. And if you don't feel comfortable telling somebody what you're going to do after high school, if they know you're not going to go to college, it's none of their business if you don't want to tell them. I think you should embrace your decision, or you should accept your decision and be positive about it, and not worry about sharing it, because who cares? If they want to judge you, they can judge you. That's on them. Someone that judges you tells you more about them than it does about the person they're judging. And that's just how it is. If you tell them that you're going to do this and they laugh at you, who cares? It is irrelevant what their opinion is for you in your life. You know, it's your life. You have to be okay with it. So if you decide that you're not going to go, you don't have to go. It doesn't matter. You're the one that has to live with that decision. And you need to back it, support it. Don't crumble when someone, people try and say, oh, you got to go, you got to go, you got to go. If you personally do not want to go, that decision is up to you. Now, little disclaimer, it may ruin relationships with people, whether it's friends or even your family, your parents, where, your parents love you. You love your parents, but with this topic, it might cause some headbutting, and you might get into some fights, or it might cause some issues. But you have to stick to your gut. Do what you want to do. Don't do something because somebody else wants it for you. You have to be, you have to want it for yourself in order to get something out of it. So if you're being forced to go, you got to voice your opinion and stand firm and stay strong and plant your feet and say, listen, it's not for me. I'm not going. And if they say, you know what, fine, forget it, find a new place to live, find a new job, it's going to be difficult. And I'm not saying the process or the whole thing, it's different for everybody. For some of you, it could be they're supportive. Like in my case, they were supportive and said, okay, but you have to get a job. You need to do something. And that's the right thing to do. You don't just want to sit around. But some of you, they might say, go find your own place to live. Go find your own food. Go do all that. We're not taking care of you anymore if you're not going to do this. And you have to be okay with that. It's just because the idea is so far out in left field for them that they're kind of like, what does he mean? He's not going to college. He's not going to go to college. What is he going to do with his life? Because they want what's best for you, but they don't necessarily know what's best for you. You know what's best for you. No one has your best interest in mind more so than you do. So someone else trying to tell you what to do with your life, it doesn't make sense. Yes, they know who you are and they've raised you and they whatever, but at the end of the day, only you know what you want to do and the thoughts that go on inside your head. And if not going to school is one of those things and you're really that set on it, and it does create some headbutting in your family and in the dynamic, I mean, you have to be able to live with the consequences and say, you know what? I understand you want me to go do my own thing and find my own place to live and do all that. And you might have to do it, and it might not be easy. But if that's truly what you believe in and what you think is the best option for you, do it. That's what you should do, because you're not going to get the time back. You're not going to get the time back. Time doesn't stop for anything. It doesn't matter. So if your family says, you know what, go find your own place, we're done, we're not taking care of you anymore, say, I love you guys, but I understand, and love them from a distance, and figure out your stuff, because they're not gonna stay mad at you forever. At some point, they'll realize that it was dumb to pressure you into something like that, and that you're your own person. You're not them. They can't control you forever. At some point, you have to take the wheel and say, this is my life, I'm in charge. On the contrary, if you do want to go to college, that's great. I'm not bashing it by any means. I support it. If you want to go get a degree, or even if you don't even care, you just want to go for the experience, you're not going to get that experience anywhere else. You won't. You will not. And again, like I said, I didn't go to college, so I don't know that experience. Personally, I don't feel like I missed out on anything, but it could be different for everybody. You could not go to college and you might regret that decision down the road where you say, I don't know, like, man, maybe I should have gone to college. Like, at least, I could have done this or at least for the experience. But college will not secure you a job in today's world. College does not secure jobs. It does not. In today's world, it is more of who you know and not what you know. By that, I mean your degree from college is not as important as the connection you have with other people. You know the owner of this company, I'm sure you can get a job there. And it doesn't have to be what you want to do for the rest of your life, but it could be enough financial backing to support you to be able to pursue and afford the things that you need to be able to do what you want to do with your life. It doesn't make sense when people allow other people to manipulate them and use their power, specifically parents, when they manipulate their children and they say, you have to go to college or we're not going to support you financially, or we're not going to help you with this, or we're not going to pay for that, or we're not going to do that. It's up to you. It truly is up to you 100%. That might be the case for people. That could be the situation you end up in where they say, we're not going to pay for this, we're going to pay. And if not going to school is going to cause that to happen, you need to be okay with that decision and say, you know what? Don't get mad at them. They don't owe you. They don't owe you all that stuff. They don't owe it to you by any means. No parent owes their children anything. So if they say you're not going to go to school, we're not going to pay for you anymore, you got to find a place to live, you got to do this, don't get mad at them. Don't get mad. You're not entitled. Don't feel entitled because you're not. You don't deserve anything. You have to work for it. And if you really truly want something and believe in something deep down, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. And you'll go for whatever it could be. It could be a year. It could be less. I mean, your parents could turn around in a couple months, in a week, and say, listen, we're sorry we overreacted, or whatever. Or they might not ever do that. But again, it's your life. You get one life on this earth. The time won't stop for you. You got to make a decision. Just do what you want to do because you want to do it, not because somebody is pressuring you to make a decision this way or that way. Everyone's going right, you go left. Do your own thing. Who cares? And the end of the day, when you're laying in bed at night by yourself, alone in your thoughts, you have to be okay with the decision that you made. That's it. You have to be okay with the decision you made. Internally. No one else matters. Who cares what John down the road thinks, or what Sally thinks over here, or what your parents think back home, or what any of that? It doesn't matter. You need to be okay with the decision. So if you're going to go to college, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Go for a degree or go for the experience. Again, it's not my place to judge. I have my own problems. I have my own worries. Same with you. You have your own issues, your own things that you need to worry about, your own problems you need to take care of. Don't worry about other people. So for me, if you want to go to college for the experience, by all means, go to college for the experience. Go to college. If your mind is set on, I'm going to go to college so I can join a fraternity, join a sorority, whatever it could be, and party and have a good time and live life and meet people and do all these things, do it. Do it. Who cares? Nobody. Nobody cares. And if they do care, their opinion doesn't matter because it's what you want to do. I did what I wanted to do because I wanted to do it. Now you need to do what you want to do because you want to do it, not because somebody else told you to. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's something I don't know if you can tell, but I feel very, very strongly and I'm very passionate about this topic. It's very personal to me. And I really, like I said at the beginning of the video, I hope that someone, somewhere, got at least a little something out of this. If it's more than one, great. But at least one person, I hope that I could help you in your life, in your decisions, and benefit you just with these couple minutes that I've had with you guys. So I really appreciate everybody's time for watching, and who knows, maybe we'll have more hot topic videos in the future. So Take it easy and have a great rest of your day, guys.